Hello, my name is John Tarr, and this is my channel WikiGameGuides, and today I have my review of Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I absolutely love Star Wars. I've played tons of Star Wars games over the years, and I really enjoyed the beta of Star Wars Battlefront. But I am very disappointed with this game. DICE did a great job of environmental and level design, vehicles, and powerful heroes to make the Star Wars Battlefront experience extremely authentic to the Star Wars franchise. But this game lacks the depth to keep you hooked to the experience for a long time. If you're looking for an extremely deep multiplayer experience on par with the recently released Halo 5 or Black Ops 3, you will be very disappointed with Star Wars Battlefront. If you simply love the Star Wars franchise, the characters, the vehicles, and the worlds George Lucas created, and don't necessarily want to spend lots of time customizing the attachments or spray paints on your guns, or the look of your character, or if you are looking for a simpler multiplayer experience and don't want the hyper-competitive ranked playlists or expect the most balanced experience, you will enjoy the multiplayer. In Star Wars Battlefront, there are two modes, multiplayer and mission, and no single-player campaign. I need to emphasize that, no single-player campaign. Multiplayer is absolutely the main focus of this game. The missions consist of 5 training missions, 4 battle stages, and 4 survival stages, all of which can be played solo or co-op with one other player, but I'll cover the missions later in this review. While a foot soldier in Star Wars Battlefront, you can switch between first or third person aiming. Blasters do not use ammo but rather overheat, and have an active reload system similar to Gears of War. And skills, like using a thermal detonator or the jetpack, run on a cooldown clock. To use vehicles or hero power-ups in multiplayer, you have to find these pickups scattered throughout the multiplayer maps. The power-ups are not assigned to you, so when you spot one, you better sprint there as fast as you can before a teammate picks it up. The vehicles and hero power-ups are where Star Wars Battlefront really shines, and these power-ups are incredibly fun experiences. Having the power-ups be random pickups that anybody can find, instead of kill streak bonuses that only the best players can access, pushes this game in the casual multiplayer shooter direction even further. There are multiplayer playlists available that feature only flying combat or hero battles if you just cannot manage to get your hands on these power-ups in the 20 versus 20 maps. You get to choose 2 ability cards that operate on a cooldown, and 1 ability card that runs on a consumable power-up that can be found in match or bought with the currency you earn in the game, and a passive trait card. When you rank up your overall level, you unlock new cards and traits and blasters that you can buy. Cards can be upgraded to be more effective, like reducing the cooldown for a thermal detonator from 15 to 10 seconds. And it's worth pointing out that there are only 11 blasters that all feel relatively similar and have 0 customization options. Using the power-ups makes you feel extremely powerful, jetpacking around as Boba Fett and wrist rocketing enemies from a huge distance, or taking out huge waves of enemies as an AT-ST will jump you to the top of the leaderboards. The 40-player multiplayer maps feel like a Battlefield game. They can be extremely immersive, and you feel like you're in the middle of a giant battle on Hoth or Endor with hundreds of different colored lasers flying in every direction. And this game is stunningly beautiful. When you get into the cockpit of a snowspeeder and fly over Hoth and launch a tow cable to wrap up an AT-AT, or pilot the Millennium Falcon in the Jundland Wastes, you will be stunned at the visuals. Environments are modeled perfectly from the movies, and it's filled with nice touches like seeing a TIE fighter hangar with the ships in various states of disrepair. The sound effects are also spot on and perfectly fit the weapons and vehicles. But this game lacks the depth to keep you hooked into the multiplayer for extensive periods of time. And only having 12 maps in such a multiplayer-focused game does not help matters. Appearance customization options are very uninteresting until you get to the very late game unlocks. Both sides have tons of forgettable and non-recognizable humans to play as, and the Rebels have 7 different aliens to choose when you get to level 40 and above, and the Imperial forces only have 2 different Stormtrooper skins. There are 28 different emotes as well, some that are exclusive to the pre-order bonus. There are also no custom games. I really wanted to make a fighter squadron lobby where everybody has to turn off their HUDs and use only the Force to take out the other fighter ships. The Collect tab couldn't make me any less interested to complete these challenges too. Playing 30 matches of Walker Assault unlocks a giant AT-AT diorama model, and finding all 60 poorly hidden collectibles in the missions unlocks a Luke Skywalker diorama model that you can slowly rotate around and admire. Back to the missions tab though. All of the main missions feature waves of forgettable enemies that gets very repetitive very quickly. The battle missions are a race to 100 points, where you can use skills and guns for multiplayer. And the hero battles give you a chance to play as one of the 6 heroes available in the multiplayer, which is a great way to practice using a hero's unique skills. You can choose Luke, Han, Leia, Vader.
The Force is my weapon.
Emperor Palpatine, and Boba Fett.
For you, I'm going to incinerate you.
And apparently the season pass will add some more heroes as well. Survival missions throw 15 waves of random foot troopers with a few AT-STs mixed in. A cynical fan might write this game off as a cash-in on the Star Wars name as the hype for the movie builds to astronomical heights. And while I've really enjoyed many things about Star Wars Battlefront, unless you are an absolutely die-hard Star Wars fan, I cannot recommend getting this game at the full $60 price tag. Thanks for watching my review. Please subscribe for more reviews and updates from me, John Tarr. May the Force be with you, and game on.
Trying to get a lock on you.
Heads up, homing missile.